So finally, we get reports from a homegrown beat writer that Ben Simmons will request a trade or he will sit out of camp. But the crazy part is, Rich Paul and Clutch Sports are trying to get Maxey too. What?
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers and the Bird Gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got to talk about the Sixers and Ben Simmons. Here we go again. But this source is from a homegrown beat writer where he's not going to just give it up like an NBA analyst, try and be the first one to tweet it. Keith Pompey, he's not always right, but in this scenario, he wouldn't come out and say it if it wasn't starting to be 100% thrown out there by Ben Simmons and his team. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on post notifications so you know when we go live or drop some content. And be sure to hit that like button, especially if you don't want Tyrese Maxey to go nowhere unless we're getting Dame. Hit the like button for Maxey staying in Philly. And be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where we talk Sixer news behind the YouTube scenes. And let's get into the start of the beat writer, or the home beat writer, saying that Ben Simmons wants out. We want him out, but we're not being reasonable with the trade packages, and so it's the ongoing saga. What will Daryl Morey do? Can we get Dame? Can we get Beal? Will we settle for less? What is less? Is it D'Angelo Russell? Is it something else? Is it this, that, and the third? Sacramento, Toronto, Minnesota. The ongoing saga. But Ben Simmons tells hashtag Sixers brass he no longer wants to be a Sixer and does not intend to report to training camp, according to multiple sources, the Inquirer, via blah, 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 blah. But it's starting to really come out. And Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, is a guy who's very deadly when it comes to making moves happen and playing the victim in certain things and just setting things up via the media to really get what he wants. I mean, he knows how to get his clients out of here, and that's where I saw this. It starts out, Jason Dumas, and this is a guy who, I just said he's not the homegrown guy. Could this be true? But he goes a little bit too in depth for me not to kind of say, let me think about this. Source, there's a high chance that Tyrese Maxey will be part of any Ben Simmons trade. Rich Paul would like both of his clients out of Philadelphia. And he even goes as far to say this: a few local Philadelphia-based organizations had planned on partnering with Maxey on some community events. They were told to cancel those plans. Paul would not like Maxey to grow roots in Philly if he could be gone. That is crazy. So he pretty much said, hey, cancel your plans because I'm including you in the Ben Simmons trade, and we're going to fight tooth and nail until we get our way. No, 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 no. Daryl Morey, Elton Brand, Josh Smith, and you guys cannot allow Ben Simmons and Clutch Sports to walk all over this logo. He cannot walk all over this logo. Look, I understand he wouldn't want to play for us because of his mentality, and we drug his name through the dirt. But he also drug this logo through the dirt because of the nonstop support that we've given Ben Simmons. And all we ever wanted was a jump shot. And a guy like Philly Mike didn't really necessarily harp on the jump shot. I just harped on the fact that, can you be like Giannis and not even shoot the ball? I just want you to attack the basket, attack the basket, attack the basket. I saw earlier in the season you develop a hook shot. I was proud of you. Go back and watch the play-by-plays. But every game throughout the season, you started to shy away in moments that we needed you. It's called pick your poison, play your game, and just flow with the offense, and you chose not to do that. This is career lows in assists, rebounds, points, attempted shots, and I'm not talking jumpers. I'm talking layups and dunks. 6'10", 240, when you got a guy like Trae Young, when you make him pay. When you got a bigger guy on you, too slow, do what you do, but I'm done. It's over. Your time in Philly is up, and I knew you were going to feel this way. It's just general principle of you feeling this way after coming out of game 7 like, well, at least I still had 12 assists. Nah, bro, it's not about that. You lost, and you were a big part. There were other key components, but you were huge. But here's the thing. Clutch Sports is not allowed to come in and say, well, because you're mean to Ben Simmons because he's a different breed, I don't want Maxey to grow in Philly. What do you mean? Maxey's a dog. We welcome players like Maxey. And even Tobias Harris, although he was bad in that game, the way he went out is a way I would want a Philly player to go out. Swinging, missing, it stinks. We say, Tobias, you got to be better. But that's it. We get off your name because you got to be better, and that's it. It's not a choice from Tobias, as it's a choice from Ben Simmons. But Tyrese Maxey, a clutch member, a clutch client, no. Now, if we somehow can strike a Bradley Beal deal, a Damian Lillard deal, and then you got to throw Maxey in that minute, it is. I love Maxey. I want to keep Thibault and Maxey. And although I said Thibault more than Maxey, I think I'm going to take that back. I think I'm going to take Maxey over Thibault if I had to save one, just because of the dogness and the offensive potential. And yes, Thibault got great defensive tenacity, but it's still a league where I got to favor offense over defense. We saw it because the team with no defense, Atlanta Hawks, beat the team with all defense. Had 3 all-defensive players, one on the top level, the other 2 on the second team defense. First team defense and Ben Simmons, and second team and Thibault and Joel, and we got beat by some offensive dribbling. Pick and roll, that's what we got beat by. So I would definitely have to go Maxey, but at the end of the day, no. Maxey only goes if we're acquiring a legit stud superstar. That's the only way I'm willing to let him go. And I know Daryl Morey knows talent when he has it, and he's not going to let him go. So Clutch Sports, I know you try to run the NBA, but you are not running the Sixers organization. And, we're only going to send Simmons to where we get something we want back. And it might come to the part where if he legitly sits out, well, now you got the bad free throw shooting, the mind check that people are going to ask, is he going to give it his all, blah, 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 all that stuff, weighing him down. Plus, you got him requesting a trade, and so his value is going to go lower and lower and lower. So what are we going to end up settling for, Ben Simmons? But if it's a mano-a-mano trade, Simmons for another average piece, at the end of the day, we might have to get it done and call it what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully Maxey, Thibault, they can really step up big time. Hopefully we get a piece in the trade, because even if you get a fringe all-star, depending on how they play with Tobias and Embiid, we could possibly still be better. I think Thibault and Embiid and even Harris, who got better on the defensive side, can anchor a defense. So it is what it is. But the ongoing saga looks like it's coming to a nasty end, because it's going to be back and forth. Clutch Sports has got their claws deep in Maxey now. Who knows if Maxey gets swayed anyway? Hopefully he's not. Stay Philly, bro. Stay Philly. But I just had to let y'all know this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Does it end up going to Simmons refusing to come to camp? And then you start getting the reports, well, this, that, and the third, because it's going to get really ugly. If he doesn't come to camp, it's going to get ugly. But in the back of my head, I'm like, Simmons likes houses in L.A., Lamborghinis, posting cool pictures with all the bread. So I don't know if he's willing to risk that, because he will lose money in the process. So I don't know. I do not know. But if he doesn't come to camp, we got to make our move. We got to still do it pretty slickly to get something good in return. I'm not talking about Damian Lillard for just one piece. And Damian Lillard looks to be satisfied, even though he keeps throwing hints. Bradley Beal looks to be satisfied, but, Daryl Morey got to call Washington like, bro, do you really want to keep building around him? It hasn't been successful. You barely make the playoffs. Come on. You got to figure out something. Even Brogdon might look good right now. D'Lo. People say I won't do it for just D'Lo. Sign me up. Give me D'Lo from Minnesota. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is this all smoke? Will Ben Simmons be here? Will he be traded before? Will he sit out and then get traded? Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.